Let's go.
Hello, you guys. Today we are once again back with the
Eurovision Tea.
We're starting today with Czech Republic, Switzerland, and Portugal. So we start first with Czech Republic. And may I ask already the question? Do we think
You're not even going to introduce us, Georgie?
I thought I'm doing that at the end. Doing it now? No, I'm doing it now. Wait, sorry. Sorry. Wait, this will be cut out. So
no. Let people know.
Yeah, I have to keep that in.
You're so saying.
So, we are starting, and I am gonna introduce you guys now with who I am here with 10 people for the first time. So many. I'll start with what I see on the screen. We have the Balkan guy, we have Chico Toxico, we have Alan Torres, we have Vince Eurovision, Vince, we have Noosh 101,
Hey.
we have Jordan, we have Laura Slavandik, we have Dan, welcome Dan for the first time also, our special guest, and we have, last but not least, Shane. So, now it starts, right? So now, what do we think about Czech Republic? First of all, are they gonna make it from the semi-final one to the final with 3, 2, 1, go?
Oh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay.
Y'all are shaking them mugs.
Wow. There was a lot of shaking, that's true. So wait, then I go to the next question for the people that said yes, which is, do you think that they may make it to the top 10 in the final when they qualify, for those that said yes? 1, 2, 3.
I love Dan's mag, that happy.
I saw some caps still standing, which doesn't give hope much, but those caps that still standing, do you think that also they have winning potential of Eurovision with 3, 2, 1 now?
Okay, no. Oh, wait, yeah.
Bucket.
No one.
No.
It's a bucket.
Nobody said yes, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Nobody.
Then I may give first the word to Shane, who already from the beginning said that they are not gonna qualify.
You deserve it, Shane, and you know why.
Shane, tell us, why do you think they will not qualify in your opinion?
Georgie, I'm glad you asked. So, I try and make sure that this is authentic. So I'm kind of keeping a tally of the ones that I've said I think will. And as a result of that, it's not in my kind of personal top 10. And also, I don't kind of understand the hype with it, but I totally know it's just me. When I did my top 10 video on my channel, just going through the comments, like pretty much every other, if not most, had this song in their top 10. So I totally get I'm in a minority. But from the first listen, I just, I don't get the hype. I'm not really attached to it, but I'm fully aware that I'm in a minority. And I kind of put it in the same category as Moldova. And I think Moldova is definitely qualifying. And I want Moldova to qualify over this. But I know me saying this, people either going to say Shane knows nothing, which is fair, or I will upset people because they want it to qualify. But for me, I don't get the hype. So that's why I personally don't see it in the final, but I'm a minority.
Yeah, I would agree with you, Shane. I do like this one. It's not like I'm completely detached from it, but it's just there's better songs for me this year. That's my biggest thing. So it isn't in my top 10, but I do see it qualifying because of the hype. Like you said, Shane, there are so many people that love this. So I think it could qualify most likely, but who knows? Who knows?
What do you think, Paco? Because you're looking like
No. I'm just tired. I'm concentrate about just breathing and don't sleep over. Well, no, I say that for me it's like in the frontier, but I think they are not going to qualify because this first semifinal is very, very, very. It's a hard one. I think that if they participate in the second semifinal, for sure they could qualify to the final. But in this first semifinal, I think that they are going to struggle a little bit. What concerns me the most is the vocals of the six. They are six persons trying to mix all the voices together. I think it's difficult. Because it's supposed that they are not going well, maybe they have backing vocals, but I think that their biggest the biggest, I don't know how to say. Well, the great thing they have is the six vocals singing together. So, but I think that's what I want to say. That the first semifinal is very hard, is a hard one, and I think people are going to prefer another option. That's it.
But if you have six vocals, do you really need even backing vocalists as well?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking right
six,
now. Maybe it's too much.
Laura, what do you think?
Oh, I just backfired on all of your asses. It's in my top 10 because I love the song. I mean, I love the country regardless, but I love the song. I love the fact there's all different languages. I feel like because they was in a studio when they done their national final, it didn't really give it enough justice and plus it was awkwardly filmed. So it really sort of didn't give it as much justice as it should have. Okay, fair enough. I do admit there are stronger songs out there, but I do think this does have a high possibility of qualifying. But also on the flip side, I do see it as a shock non-qualifier. But, you know, we'll just see how it goes. But I can see this doing very, very, very well. I don't think they need backing vocals. So you've got enough voices there to sing a choir. You don't need any more. But yeah, I adore this song. I've loved it from the moment that I heard it. And yeah, it's just absolutely me, to be honest.
Well, I have to say that I love the song. I like to listen to the song, but it's just talking about the possibilities of qualifying. But I really do love the song.
And Alan?
So
did you dance
first,
with this song or
no, not much. So at first, I really like the song. I still do, but a bit less because I was really in the hype of Czechia sending a typical Slavic typo entry, and I think that's why people liked it very much at first. But while listening to it, I thought that it was quite repetitive, and the live at the ESCZ was also a bit messy for me. So in my opinion, they are borderline qualifiers. That's why I said they would qualify, because I think the message to Ukraine will make people vote for it. But at the same time, the vocals and the live performance was messy, and I'm scared that the performance will be messy in the semifinal.
So yeah, I said I think it's gonna qualify. It's gonna go actually in top 10 because I think it has one of the best production this year. It actually stands out. I really like how they mix the vocals into the instrumental. They added a lot of compression and a lot of reverb, and I feel like the vocals are kind of like surrounding you in a way. Well, I listened to with the headphones, so I guess that might be different when you're listening with speakers. So that's the best part about the song is the production. I like the melodic line, I like the message. However, because there's so much production going on the vocals especially, I feel like the live version is not going to sound the same. And already some guys here said the live performance is actually kind of bad. So because of that, I think it's not going to be the winner song. And also there are much better songs than this one when it comes to the winner of the contest. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Really like
to kind of roll off of that. The reason that live being kind of bad, that's one of the reasons why I said this might not qualify, and I'm getting massive shock non-qualifier vibes from Czechia. And don't get me wrong, that's not what I want. This is one of my personal qualifiers. I do like the song. And for example, like Shane said that he doesn't understand the hype. I understand the hype, I like it. But I'm getting massive shock non-qualifier vibes. And I mean, we'll see. You never know what's going to happen, especially now that it's only televote. You have no idea what to expect. Yeah. But it could happen. I wouldn't be personally surprised if it didn't qualify, but I would also see it qualifying as well. So it was a hard one to answer.
So Vince, your turn. I already watched your top 37. You like the song. What do you think, bud?
Well, you guys made me kind of feel like, okay, I'm not so sure if it will end in the top 10. I was pretty sure this is like a safe qualifier, but after hearing your different opinions, I'm like, I'm getting worried for Czech Republic.
Right.
When I saw the running order, I was like, they're very late. Like you're second to last in the running order, again, right? Before the Netherlands. So I was like, Czech Republic is easily gonna qualify. But after hearing your opinions, they're amazing, of course. I don't know. But what I want to say about this entry is, this is for me, hands down, like the best entry from Czech Republic, or I have to say Czechia right now, right? Czechia?
Now it's Czechia, yeah.
Czechia, sorry, excuse me. I really like the Slavic vibe in the song. I think it's cool they combined 4 different languages together into one song. It's personally in my top 15 of this year, but I literally have never played the song just for myself on Spotify or on YouTube. But every time I watch like a YouTube video, a recap, and Czech Republic, Czechia comes on, I'm like, okay, this sounds good. And I've seen the national live performance, and so far I can remember the live was okay, but the camera work was bad. But I cannot really remember how they sounded like. So I wrote down it's like in my top 10. It's gonna be in the top 10, but after hearing your opinions, I'm like, okay, so I have to prepare myself that it might be not qualifying to the finals. But I'm excited to see Czech Republic, Czechia live. That was my opinion about Czechia.
And Jordan?
Yeah, so Vince, I agree, because initially I was like, okay, this is a safequalifier.com. Like it is going through. But now I'm like, I don't know anymore. I got to check out that live performance when we're done today, because that's a little scary. So I think musically, like Dan was saying, the studio track is wonderful. Like it's a great song. It's easy to listen along to, catch on to. It's super catchy. But if the live performance doesn't hold its weight, then that concerns me pretty greatly. And of course, this song obviously has a powerful message behind it. But so I guess my question was, for the people who have seen the live performance, did the live performance convey the message of the song well to you?
No.
In the national final, no.
Because that's my other concern, is like, yes, it has a powerful message, but if you're not one of us who does, prior research, to look up this song that's in another language that you may not speak, like, is the performance going to convey that message? And that's another reason I'm concerned about possible non-qualification is, powerful message is great, but if people don't understand it, then what's it worth? So that's kind of another area I'm waiting to see, is how they tell the story or don't tell the story on stage.
I think we shouldn't judge it. Oh, sorry, Vince, were you going to talk?
Like about the staging, will it work if it's maybe some work if they do like a Poland 2014 with like the real Slavic vibes on the stage? You remember Poland in 2014 with the girls?
I think they're going for a different vibe.
Turning, right? I was going to say that'd be a little.
That's not the message.
I think if they go something like the video clip has, it could work on the stage. You know, not to look gorgeous, but to look a bit clowny, like in the video clip. This kind of message could work on the stage. I just want to say that I'm very proud that we have the Bulgarian language in one song. So I cannot objectively so much judge this song because it's definitely qualifier for me. It's definitely top 10 because I'm proud that Bulgaria is not participating, but we have the Bulgarian sister inside. And when I first heard the song, I was thinking like, this girl is not known in Bulgaria. She's not an artist in Bulgaria. Probably she's making her career in Czechia, but still I'm proud of the Bulgarian sister. I do like the song. It's also like a bit, it came very early. So now it's a bit like after so many songs came out, I'm paying more attention to the new songs that are coming out. So I'm forgetting this a bit, but this could also work good for them. When the semifinal comes, people will be like, oh, I forgot totally about this one. I really liked it. Like something like this and combination.
When you were saying,
just about to say, oh,
sorry, Jordan. Sorry, Emma. Jordan. Yeah, when you were saying in regards to ideas from the music video, ideas from the song on stage, I did think, particularly the music videos, the favorite part of the music videos was with the backing dancers. But there's 6 of them, isn't there? So it's not even like they've got an extra body on stage, which I think does limit that staging as well. It's just them; they can't have any other bodies on stage.
That's true.
Yeah. When it comes to the national final performance, I know we're going to get comments about this, so I just wanted to say we shouldn't judge them based on that, because first of all, it was just in a studio. It wasn't meant to be like a stage performance. So Jordan, you asked, did it convey the message? It didn't, because I don't think they even tried to convey the message, because it was just more like them singing. The reason why I think it was a little bit disappointing was, first of all, vocals. They were not as powerful as they are in the music video, because of obviously in the music video, there's a lot of production done on the vocals. Second of all, the vibe, I didn't feel like that powerful sisterhood vibe between them. They didn't have too much chemistry. But again, those are 2 things that can be worked on. Even adding the message, something that can be worked on. So who knows? By the time May comes, maybe we're going to get the greatest performance from them. So we don't know, and we shouldn't judge it based on that. I am just a little bit worried because of the 2 factors that I had mentioned before.
Well, then we close Czechia with mixed emotions after that, because it's not a safe qualifier. But we move on to Switzerland now. Yeah, prepare your cups. So, do you think Switzerland is qualifying to the final from semi-final 1? 3, 2, 1.
Don't know.
Shane. That's so funny.
Okay, so it's Shane and Dan, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Our 2 brave warriors.
So do you 2 think that they will place in the top 10 in the final? That he will place in the top 10 in the final? 3, 2, 1. So there's no need for this.
Saying think a lot about his decision.
Yeah, like you really think he has a chance?
It looks painful.
No, I'm just trying to think of better ballads in my opinion, not objectively. Okay, no.
Okay, tell us.
No way. There's no way. They just can't. They can't.
Tell us then, Shane, why do you think he will qualify? What makes you think that he will qualify?
Because I like it.
Okay.
No, I honestly, my instant listen, it's that piano moment. It goes through me every time. Every time I listen to it, that piano part of that production, I'm just like, oh, it's so good. And I just don't think there's that many great ballads this year. Like Armenia is amazing. It's ahead, streets ahead for me, ballad-wise. I talked about this in regards to the Netherlands, whereby Netherlands is a bit of a slow burn, and this one isn't for me. And they've got Sasha Baptiste doing the staging, which I think is a good thing. I think based on every song in this semi-final, and we talked about the fact that some songs are in the same category, and as a result of that, people aren't going to vote for 3 songs that sound the same. I think there's enough people out there that will pick up the phone for this, despite it not having a jury. So I think this is going through. There we go.
Dan, your thoughts?
I mean, I don't think the song is actually that bad to not qualify. It's I really like that piano at the beginning. That's definitely probably the best part of the song. I kind of like everything besides the chorus, which is the most important part of the song. So I have mixed feelings about this one, but I do think he's gonna qualify because he has a pretty interesting voice. Well, I mean, he kind of sounds like James Arthur, to be honest. And maybe some James Arthur fans are gonna vote for him just because of that. But the chorus is kind of like outdated and repetitive, but it is slightly catchy. So I guess that's gonna help a little bit. But yeah, it's for me, it's kind of like on the edge of qualifying and not.
Okay.
I like the song as well. As you said, like you don't think it's bad enough to not qualify. I don't think it's bad in any way. It's out of the it's much. For example, I think it's much better than Greece. For example, they're kind of doing something similar, but Switzerland is doing it much better than Greece. But in such a strong semifinal with no juries, if we had juries, I would be lifting my cup like this. But since we don't have juries, I think it's a non-qualifier.
It just sounds like thousands of other songs.
Exactly. That's my opinion. I can name at least 2 songs from every Eurovision for the last 10 years that sound exactly like Switzerland this year. That's why I don't think it's special enough. And for me, it's not qualifying. And it will take just a spot if it qualifies of another song that not deserves it more. Everybody deserves to qualify. But that it will take a spot of a song that is a bit more special. It's not so repetitive as Dan said, because it is a bit repetitive. And Laura, what do you think? I see you there.
I don't know if it's going to qualify. I really don't. It's on borderline for me. Like, it's a good song, but as Dan said, I can completely agree with you, babe. It literally sounds like James Arthur. Like, when I put it in my ears, I'm listening to on Spotify, I'm like, fuck me, James Arthur's got a new single out. Who's this? Oh, it's Remo. Fuck. I know I swear, Sasha Jean-Baptiste is literally everywhere, every year at Eurovision. So I feel like that will benefit him a lot more. But it does sound a little bit repetitive as well. So it can sway two sides of the coin. I mean, I like the song and I love the middle part of the song because it just really emphasizes it. But I genuinely don't know if it's going to qualify. I'm very, very 50-50 with it. Very 50-50.
Paco?
No, I think for me, is not going to qualify, and I'm pretty sure for me. And the key for me is because on my day when I'm doing different things, the songs come to my head, and I don't know why I start singing the Norway song, or I start singing the Czechia song, but this song never came to my mind. And even it's difficult for me to if tomorrow you said to me sing the Switzerland song, I say I don't know how to sing it. I think it's not memorable. It's not. People are going to forget that song after all the how many are 7, 6, 15 in the semifinal.
Yeah.
And the only possibility they have is because the message and because the staging. If they made a great staging in the final part of the song, because the final part is an explosion with the message and with the voice of Remo, that is fantastic. I think the song is great. His voice is great. The message is great. But it's a very difficult semi-final, and as you say, I also think that we have heard this kind of song thousands of times, and for me, it's nothing new and nothing special. Just that.
Noosh, what do you think? You said also no, right?
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, to me, this qualifying would be not the best decision because like we have so many. I was already struggling to see what like I would want qualify from this because there's just doesn't seem fair, does it? But if this would take a spot from someone that really deserves it, and I nothing against him because he's so young and he's talented, and it's just not unique enough. You said everything that I would have probably said, like, and
no one of us, I think they have nothing against
nothing
against him.
Just to clarify.
And again, it's like that James Arthur sound, so it's like familiar and it's pleasant, but not for this year's Eurovision. That's just how I feel. But yeah,
Jordan, I can really see liking this song, but do you like the song?
No. I don't dislike it. No, I don't dislike it. Don't take me wrong. Sorry. It was just building up as others were talking.
Like it was like, oh my God, no.
No, I don't dislike it, but I don't want to belabor any points. I agree with you, Georgie, and Nush, and everybody else really, that last year alone, we had like 5 songs that sounded like this. And so it's just not something that I resonate with enough to want this to qualify. But again, with an incredible staging, who's to say weirder things have happened, but I personally would not like it to qualify, respectfully.
And just another thing is, if it was like Poland 2022, her voice was amazing, and I think it's very, very shocking. And that kind of voice, how was the name of that guy? I forgot.
Ochman.
Oh yeah,
Christian Ochman. That kind of voices, yes, they make your attention. But well, this guy Remo is singing very nice, but not enough to say, wow, that's amazing. I think that's the point.
It's there, but not quite there, if that makes sense. Yeah. Completely agree.
Alan, is this your favorite ballad or not?
No, it's not. I like the song, but as you'll say, it's nothing outstanding. I don't see why people would vote for this song and not for another one.
Okay.
I mean, it has nothing special. I don't see anybody say, whoa, I will vote for Switzerland because it's amazing, it's outstanding, it's fun, it's catchy, it's nope.
It's not really life-changing, is it?
That's right.
That's why I say that the only possibility is with the staging. If they make something spectacular, maybe they get it, but
yeah, like maybe his voice will stand out more than someone else's. Like that's the only way I could see this doing well. But yeah.
Vince?
Okay, you all have been kind of honest, and you all were like not the most positive about it, but it's like, this is first flag tonight, go Switzerland. It's actually in my 6th place. I get what you mean with it's being like mainstream, we have heard this before, I agree, but this vocals, this guy he's like 18 years old, not even, how old is he?
21.
He's 21. Oh, we're still young.
Okay. He's 37, Vince.
No, still 21 shocks me because he looks like kind of younger, but I will just keep it like he's 18. So yeah, I already expected also like one of the favorites here and in the fandom or in general. But I really like it. I hope he can qualify, but I think it's going to be a very hard competition for him. He's performing, I think, in the 8th position. There's no juries. But I really hope the Swedish staging can elevate this. Sometimes I'm listening to like the song and I'm like, sometimes I don't like the piano begin and ending. I'm like, that's for me totally different from the whole song itself. So I'm not really sure if I like that actually. Yeah, I just really like how he sounds so mature in this song. I don't know, it's generic, but I love it. It works for me. So go Switzerland.
Same. Generic, but works for me.
Yeah. Like Zena in Belarus, 2019, it was like, we have heard it so many times, but it was my top 3. But it worked for me. Yeah, Amar?
Do we go to another because we have
Yeah.
1.5 minutes, so we can just do Portugal for 10
Yeah.
minutes?
In 1 minute.
No. We've got 1 minute and 39 seconds.
There you go.
For Portugal, we need way more than 1 minute and 20.
Yeah, let's just do Portugal. We got 1 minute.
Let's talk
Come on,
about
guys.
Portugal.
Portugal, just do it.
Shane. You have to say your
Yeah, that's it.
vocabulary.
We move on to the third one, which is Portugal, and I Coração. And Mimicat. So let's already start with the question because this is exciting. Do you think she will qualify? I want to see all cups. 3, 2, 1. Sorry. Okay, so it's only the two Amer and Finns. I am not talking to you after that. I mean, we move on to the next question. I mean, no, I mean,
Okay,
so
bye.
the second question.
Finish the video.
The second question is: do we think Mimicat is gonna make it to the top 10 in the final if she qualifies? 3, 2, 1. Okay, so it's me, Jordan, Shane, and Laura. Do we guys think that Mimicat has a chance of winning? 3, 2, 1. No, right? At least we are honest about it.
What do y'all think it's gonna get top 10?
So yeah, can I
Mhm.
start first so I can really quickly say, and then we move? Like, I mean, I want to start. I really want to start.
Yeah, please do.
Because I really think that she will qualify, even though in the odds I see her being 11th and 12th. I do not understand that. Why? Because it's first time Portugal is going with such a happy song. Portuguese people are so happy with a happy song. They always go with those melancholic ballads, either English or Portuguese. And that's the first time that they really go with this kind of happy, like, you know, when I hear the song, I have this quick heartbeat. I want to stand up and do the dance that she does or something. So I really enjoy listening to that song. I really enjoy her. The only thing, and I must be awful, I was gonna say, I must be honest, is that I still think she has to elevate the outfit, the dress. Only the dress is for me still not there. They changed it from the semifinal to the final. She had another which was looking better, and I am still not there. I mean, I know they're trying to do the cabaret theme, but I think the dress needs a bit more elevated dress for the semifinal. And she's there because vocally she's there no matter what. We have not heard one vocal part where she was bad. And the song is fun. And I give it out to Nush because she likes it too, I guess.
Yeah, I love this song. This is in my top 10. And I had so many people message me being like, why is this in your top 10? You're like one of the only people. And I'm like, am I though? I don't think so. I think this song is really good, especially from Portugal. It is one of the very little traditional songs that we have in this contest. So coming from Portugal, it was just such a breath of fresh air for me. And I think her voice is so good. It's definitely one of the stronger vocals that we have. So for this not to qualify would be just really upsetting for me, but I could see this not qualifying too.
This is, for example, what we meant with Switzerland. If Switzerland qualify and Portugal not, this is what I meant with Switzerland taking a very good position of another song that really, really deserved to go.
Yeah,
Switzerland as well.
Yeah, and then like if it didn't qualify though, what if Portugal just goes back to their old days of just sending like melancholy songs? I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that at all.
So, think that Susie.
Yeah, Susie
didn't qualify. If they don't qualify with this kind of song again, I think that's right. Portuguese are going to say no, never again a happy song. And if you let me, I can say my opinion. I love this song. For me, it's one of the growers of this edition. and I think it's going to finish in my top 10 because each time I listen to it, yesterday, for example, in the Barcelona pre-party, we danced this song. It's amazing. It's very funny. Mimicat, she has a great voice, and the performance is very funny. I love the dancers with the skirts, with the dancing like can cabaret and that kind of stuff. For me, it's very, very, very funny, and I will be very, very disappointed if Portugal don't qualify to the final. And I say that I don't see Portugal in the top 10, but I'm thinking about it, and I think that they have real possibilities. So maybe next week, if you ask me again, I say that Portugal is going to be in the top 10, because each day is passing. I like more and more and more and more this song. I love Mimicat and Coração. And the lyrics, I love the lyrics. Have you read the lyrics? They are very funny.
Funny, yeah.
They are
It's
very,
funny.
very funny.
It's
I'm
like
losing my mind. I don't know how to do it. It's incredible.
I mean, look how happy he is. This is what I mean. This song makes me happy too. I love it.
Yeah. This is the effect of the song. Yeah.
Shane,
last time I saw you this happy.
Sorry, did you say Shane?
Yes.
Oh, hi. What's it gonna say? Nush, it's in my personal top 10. I'm obsessed with this song.
Yeah.
And
like this song.
Paco was luckily in actually the stadium or the place in Barcelona. I was only just watching it on TV. And like what I absolutely loved is she was on her own and she owned that stage. And she managed to turn a kind of multi-person event into her own concert. It was absolutely amazing. It was my best performance last night. But I'm going to still...
The best? You think it was the best of
out of the 10 that I saw last night, it was personally, it was my best, but that's just me.
Okay.
But I'm going to steal what someone else... I saw on the Wee Wee Blogs video, someone wrote this and I was like, absolutely, because I was like, what am I going to say about this song? Because I love it, but I love it for personal reasons. Objectively, I don't know what else to say. And someone said, for this song, one of the few acts that can follow Aya from Spain or Tattoo and stand its ground with the right amount of vocal, musical, and lyrical quality and personal charisma. That's why I think it has a chance of being in top 10 for all of those things: vocal, musical, lyrical quality, and personal charisma. You can't help but when you watch this, love it. So that's why I think it will get top 10.
Period. That's it.
Next.
What did you think?
Wait, who?
I said the mayor.
Oh, go on, babes. I was like, hang on.
I keep trying to talk, but I think like everything I say is like 2 seconds later. So it's hard to get in there. I was actually going to ask you a question after you were talking, Georgie, and I was going to ask, do you remember last time what happened when Portugal sent an upbeat entry? But then other people asked,
sorry,
so... It's the Bosnian Wi-Fi. I gotta live with it. I did say the song is not qualifying, and I don't know. I think I might have made a mistake tonight. In all honesty, I think it's either gonna be Portugal or Czechia that is not qualifying. I don't think we're seeing both of those in the final.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I think about it, I said both of them are not qualifying. So I don't agree with that, but I also don't think we're seeing both of them. I think one of those two is going to be a shock. Which one is it going to be? I guess we'll see. But yeah, as I do agree with a lot of things.
Why do you choose those two countries, Portugal and Czechia?
I don't know.
Do you think they are similar?
No, I think he chooses them because he knows that they are very much talked about, those two countries. And they are liked by many people. And he will be the shocking non-qualifier, I think, right?
I could see it.
They're both cultural. They're both like female vocals. So, I mean, obviously it's not the same group and a single artist, but they do have kind of a similar. And it's not because of that. I just don't think we're going to see both of them. But seeing Shane talk about it and especially talking about her charisma and everything. She does have everything. She is the full package. But we have seen many full packages in Eurovision not make it through the final.
Yeah.
So, for example, Greta Salome.
Yeah.
I hear them calling.
But I will cry the same with Greta if it happens the same to Mimicat. I will feel exactly the same pain.
Yeah.
Laura, now is your time. You like it, right?
Oh, I love this song. I love her charisma, the cabaret. I mean, when was the last time we see cabaret at Eurovision? Yeah. She is just the Liza Minnelli of Portugal. This just reminds me of mine hair so much. It's just her charisma, the way she holds the stage on her own. We don't even need to talk about vocal ability because she can break glasses with that long note. But I can see it qualifying. It's in my top 10, and I will admit now, I've never had Portugal in my top 10 ever. So for her being there, it literally said something. I believe she is changing the staging from what I've read. So I don't think we're going to see the sofa. But we will have as Paco said, like the can skirts. Best believe I've worn a can skirt. I've performed the can. It's hell. So I know how heavy those skirts are. But yeah, I can see this thing very, very, very well. And she will do Portugal very proud. And if she doesn't get through, give me another bottle of rum because I will be in a corner crying.
Dan, what do you think?
Well, I said the song is gonna qualify, but I don't see it in top 10. I mean, she has probably one of the best vocals this year. Amazing control. The song is fun. It's not really my cup of tea though. For me, it sounds a little bit too traditional, maybe. I mean, I like traditional songs, but usually very traditional songs, they don't get a good place unless they are mixing traditional with mainstream. I feel like, yeah, I mean, the staging is also very good. It's just, it's not really my type of song. I see it qualifying, but I don't see it in top 10.
Yeah. Vince?
Hi there. Well, Portugal is on my 29th place. That's quite low. It's growing on me lately. I think I've overlooked a little bit. So I've not really paid attention to watch the performance back. I've seen it once, the national final performance. So I think I have to watch it a couple of more times to get the feeling of it. But on the first listen, I was like, it's not kind of my song. I think this can, if it qualifies, it's going to be like top 15 till 7th place, or it's not going to qualify. So it's going to do pretty well, or it's not going to make to the finals. I don't know if you've heard this, but I was like watching an interview on TikTok where she talked about the song, and she wrote the song already for 10 years ago, and she kept it for herself, and now she released it for the Eurovision. So I found like, okay, that's funny. What else did I say? Yeah, I like the Portuguese vibes. I have the Portuguese flags, but I'm not really a fan of this one.
Flags of every country?
Yeah, they're coming with 2 more tonight. I'm not telling which one. So yeah, I get what you mean about it, like how it's that you like the traditional vibes, but I'm not feeling it so far. So no, good luck.
Yeah, actually, I wanted to say the song sounds just a little bit outdated for me. Now that you mentioned it was written 10 years ago, it kind of makes sense.
Okay, so maybe Jordan, something.
Yeah, so I'm one that really loves this song too. This song has found its way into my personal top 10 as well. I just think, first off, just Portugal and their Eurovision enterprise should be commended because they are never not going to mix some Portuguese flair into what they do, regardless of what genre the song is. And so they have been consistently highly ranked for me for a long, long time. And so I really commend again that they're doing it again this year with this super upbeat, frenetic entry. I think her embodied performance on stage, as well as, kind of the lyrical cadence of the song, really encapsulates that kind of freneticism in the lyrics. Like, I'm losing my mind, I'm going crazy, like da-da-da-da. I think it really encapsulates that in a fun way, but also in a way that kind of conveys the message of the song. So really well done done, Portugal. I really, really appreciate this. Really look forward to seeing it on the big stage.
Then it's Alan. You
Yes,
probably danced a bit to it.
No, I don't dance much recently. So, about Portugal, it's not the kind of song I listen, but objectively, I'm happy that they always send something Portugal related, and the fact that, as someone mentioned, it's an happy song for once. It really brings some fresh hair to the semifinals and to this Eurovision in general, and only for the part of being happy song, I see it qualify. Personally, I wouldn't qualify it, but as it is an happy song, I see it qualify, but not ending that high.
Then we all agree at least on one thing, that Portugal is going with traditional authenticity. That we all see.
Great vocals.
Yeah.
Some comments I saw, like from Portuguese people, is that it isn't really Portuguese; it's more Spanish.
To me, it sounds like the Atarantela. It's a traditional kind of music of the south of Italy, but because I was living there for a year, and for me, it sounds like that. But maybe I am wrong. But it's not such Spanish neither. But it sounds like Mediterranean. Maybe it's like a Mediterranean sound. It sounds like Italian, Spanish, Portuguese. Maybe I don't know. And I have to say that the end of this, I love the ending.
Yeah, so that's very true. That's a very clever made ending. That's true.
Yeah, the ending is great. It's one of the best parts of the song.
Then that's it. We had our three countries: Czech Republic, Czechia, Switzerland, and Portugal. Thank you so much for watching and commenting and being here. And make sure you go to all of those 9 people to comment on their channel, to see their videos, to see their reactions, and to subscribe. And thank you very much. And we see you on Thursday. Thursday is the next one coming, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.